Alright, well, put some more content out here for these viewers. Hello viewers, me again. Had a beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. Alright, now, we talking about Cyberpunk. It's coming to Mac. You're like, huh? What? Listen to this. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty expansion announced for Mac. Says almost 4 years following its original launch, Cyberpunk is coming to a brand new platform. Mac OS. CD Projekt Red developed RPG was unveiled for Mac during the M4 Pro Book announcement, as seen in an embedded video below for Apple. 10 minutes at the 10-minute mark, a tiny section of the game prowess of the hardware throws in that Cyberpunk's 2077 is coming to Mac OS early next year. So it says, thankfully, a few more details arrived from CD Projekt Red via its blog. The studio revealed that the Cyberpunk 2077 edition is the version landed on Mac OS contained the base experience as well as the recently released platform expansion. And it says Cyberpunk 2077 and its spy thriller expansion Phantom Liberty will be coming to Mac, taking full advantage of Apple Silicon and advanced technology metal. The world of the dark future is available to Mac gamers for the very first time. And it says, while the base game had to go through a grueling launch that took years of updates to turn the community reception around, the project, the RPG is considered one of the best games available right now. A recent update even added FSR 3 frame generation and Intel XeSS. Meanwhile, September release Phantom Liberty expansion has received exponential well by both critics and players since the launch, while marked the game ends of the extra content. And then it says here, everyone at CD Projekt Red is thrilled to bring this open world RPG to Mac, and we are also eagerly looking forward to the future of our game on Apple Silicon, said Michael Nowakowski, Joint Chief Executive Officer at the studio. Says here, as for what kind of tech Apple Silicon owners can expect from this release, CD Projekt Red says players can enjoy advanced features like path tracing, frame generation, and built-in spatial audio for even more immersive gameplay and stunning visuals. And then it says here, Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition will be available on Steam, GOG, the Epic Games Store, and the Mac Apple Store. A firm release update and more detail about the port will be announced in 2025. Alright. And let's see, we got 4 comments from the debaters. Old Guru said this: they should do it for Linux too. And then the Crip said this: while I play my games on Linux through Lutris, I think the standard Windows version on Linux is probably the best anyway for more long-term use, since it's more standardized, and I don't know the detail but as time passes on Linux games, I heard compatibility can become a issue, whereas the standard Windows one probably won't have those sorts of issues. And it says, P.S. someone feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. And then Old Guru said, you can play this game using Proton, however suffers some performance issue. It would be nice to have a native Linux support. Seems a waste of time. The CPU, GPU cannot handle this game with all the ray tracing enabled. Not with some visual sacrifice. I'm looking forward to more Linux support. Looking forward to the completely ditching Windows for good. The Next Gen Gamer said this: hopefully we'll get some benchmark someplace for this one. We love to see how it runs on various Apple Silicon M1 Max versus latest M4 Max. and how those chips compare to different Radeon and NVIDIA GeForce GPUs. All right, look, Apple users are gamers, okay? They've been gamers. For those who don't know, they've been gamers. That's why they got. That's why they have Quake 3. Was it Team Arena? Quake 3 Arena for Mac. Unreal Tournament for Mac. Yeah. Apple users are gamer. Don't let that iPhone fool you. Like all they talk about is their iPhone. That's a publicity stunt to make them look like they're not gamers. They play video game. Matter of fact, I played Thief on I think it was Thief or System Shock or both on a G3 or iMac. Okay, Apple users are gamers. Do not let them fool you. Okay, they can front all they want to with the iPhone like they're not gamers, but they play video games, and this is another one to their library. So don't sit there thinking like, oh, Apple people don't play video games. They do. They they even play World of Warcraft on Mac. So yeah, and of course there's Xbox xCloud that they can use. So don't be fooled like, oh, Apple users don't play video games. They do. They even have what's that? I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, the first one, on Mac. Yeah, they play video games, man. So don't be fooled. But anyway, CD Projekt Red bringing Cyberpunk to Mac. Another game to add to their library. So they're good. So yeah, there's a video here, so I'll leave the link in the description box. And I was supposed to leave the video for the first YouTube video I did this morning, but I'll get to that in a minute. But there's a video here, so I'll leave the link. And it talks about an update here it talks about an update here. So let's see what they're talking about here. See if I can get it. Oh, Cyberpunk 2013 update brings frame generation and AMD FSR 3 support. Well, I think I already covered this. But anyway, but I could go over it. What's this? CD Projekt Red has released a new patch for Cyberpunk 2077 to 2.13. Is now available for download, and it includes a few important changes in addition, such as long promised support for frame generation, AMD FX Fidelity FX Super Resolution, Intel XeSS 1.3, and more. In addition, NVIDIA users can enable both DLAA, deep learning anti-aliasing, and DLSS, deep learning super sampling. Okay? And by the way, ray tracing is dead. Anyway, says ray construction at the same time. Anyway, I'm sitting here joking. It says here, here is the what he said. Here's the complete changelog. Add support for AMD Fidelity Super Resolution 3 frame gen. Add support for Intel Xe Super Sampling 1.3. It's now possible to enable both DLAA and DLSS ray construction at the same time. Add new utilities tab in settings and move HDD mode and hybrid CPU utilization. AMD simultaneous multi-threading SMT option there. Other stability visual fixes. And what else we got here? It says here, if you want to try AMD FSR 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 on your system, CD Projekt Red recommends customizing graphics setting so that the game can reach 60 FPS first without Fidelity Super Resolution 3. This will ensure optimal results and performance increase. Also, developer do not recommend using FSR 3 with monitors operating at 120 Hz or higher to avoid frame time issues. And it says additional requirements includes hardware GPU scheduling, enable a recent driver NVIDIA 556.12 and Intel 32.101.5972 or AMD 32.0.11.037.4004. Says to check whether the system has hardware accelerated GPU scheduling enabled. Head to settings, display graphics, default graphics settings, and check corresponding options. And it says developers also say they decide to keep FSR 2.1 available so that gamers can choose their preferred option. Although the update is PC only and it bumps the game version higher, cross progression will continue working after installing the latest version. More information about Cyberpunk 2077 2.13 available here. Also, CD Projekt Red has a separate page for AMD FX Super Resolution. I'll leave all the links. But anyway, look, don't let the Apple gamers fool. Don't let Apple users fool you. Okay, that iPhone is a publicity stunt, and for you Apple users, Samsung made the world's first biggest phone, the Samsung Mega. Just remember that. It wasn't Apple. But anyway, I'm sitting here joking. Look, they don't let that iPhone fool you, man. Apple users are gamers. They like to give off that perception like they're not gamers, you know, like they're above everybody else. Get out of here. They're gamers. Anyway, look. So CD Projekt Red add another game to their library of games that they can play on Apple. So yeah, and on the new hardware. So M1, M4. Yeah, you get the drift. Should run good with FSR, Intel XeSS or DLAA, Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing, or DLSS, Deep Learning Super Sampling. So yeah, but another game to their catalog to play. So you Apple users, have fun and stop fronting. Anyway, look, but look. Other than that, man, yeah. The users talk about having a Linux version. They should. You know what I mean? Linux users did have a version of Quake, Quake 3 Arena. Yeah, shout out to the Quake players, by the way. They need to bring a Linux version of Cyberpunk to Linux, man. So, CD Projekt Red, we're watching. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video for y'all to enjoy, though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, doing Star Wars and Star Trek 9 for Dark Side. Go. Peace.